Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
COVID-19 case numbers from around the states and territories. Here is a quick wrap of each Australian jurisdiction's latest COVID-19 statistics today, Sunday, April 24th. You can get a more detailed, visual breakdown through the ABC's Charting the Spread story right here. This will be updated throughout the day, so if you do not see your state or territory, check back later. You can jump to the COVID-19 information you want to read by clicking below. Victoria has recorded another 2 COVID-related deaths as the state marks its first weekend under further eased restrictions. There were 7,104 new cases of the virus recorded across the state. There are 438 people in hospital after contracting COVID-19. Of those patients, 33 are in intensive care units, with 8 on ventilators. More than 67% of Victorian adults have had at least 3 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine. We thank everyone who got vaccinated and tested yesterday. Our thoughts are with those in hospital, and the families of people who have lost their lives. More data soon. https://coccft@s1p pound COVID-19 vic pound COVID-19 vic data pic.twitter.com/ VKQ6WWZWAC, VicGovDH, @VicGovDH, April 23, 2022. NSW New South Wales has recorded 8 more COVID-19 deaths. There are 1,588 cases in hospital, down from 1,617 yesterday, and 64 are in intensive care. There were 11,107 new cases announced today. COVID-19 update. Sunday, 24th April 2022. In the 24-hour reporting period to 4 p.m. yesterday, 96.2% of people aged 16 plus have had 1 dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, 94.7% of people aged 16 plus have had 2 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine. pic.twitter.com/ BUWDIO1, NSW Health, @NSW Health. April 23, 2022. Queensland. 3 more people have died with COVID-19 in the state. There are 474 people in hospital, 14 of those are in ICU. Another 4,894 cases were recorded in the latest reporting period. There are 47,258 active cases in Queensland. South Australia. 5 people have died in South Australia after testing positive to COVID-19. There are 256 people in hospital, which is an increase of 19 patients on yesterday. SA has reported 2,816 new cases, down from yesterday's 3,457, but figures are usually lower on Sundays. Western Australia. A teenager has died with COVID in the state, while health authorities have reported the historical deaths of 2 men, one in his 70s and another in his 80s, from earlier this month. The health department says the teenager had underlying health issues. The state has reported 6,085 new cases, but numbers have steadily declined since Thursday, when there were more than 9,000 infections reported. There are 239 people in hospital with the virus, including 8 in intensive care. One of Premier Mark McGowan's children was discharged from hospital yesterday after being admitted 4 days earlier with the virus. Mr. McGowan remains in isolation after also contracting the disease. There are 44,955 active cases in the state. Tasmania. Another 936 cases were recorded in the state and no further deaths. There are 49 people in hospital with the virus, 9 of those are being treated specifically for COVID symptoms. 1 person is in ICU. Northern Territory. There were 318 new cases of COVID-19 recorded, with the bulk of those coming from the top-end region. There are currently 50 patients in hospital, 1 of those is in ICU. The number of active cases in the Northern Territory is 3,359. ACT. The ACT has seen a drop in COVID-19 cases, recording 725 infections in the latest reporting period. There are 58 people in hospital with the virus, including 3 people in intensive care. No deaths were recorded in the latest reporting period.